Hello there, welcome back to my channel, Joella. So today's Wednesday and I'll be honest with you, I should have done this video a couple of days ago. This is my weight loss update catch-up type video. It's just going to be a really quick one. First of all, apologies that I didn't get it done the other day. Truthfully, I had a few days where I really didn't feel too good with one thing and another. And then other days I was just so busy. I had so many other things to do that I just ran out of time. You do sometimes find that, don't you? That there's not enough hours in the day sometimes. And then it's bedtime before you know it. Anyway, so apologies that this update and this catch up is a little bit late this week. Anyway, no exciting news guys as far as my weight loss goes. It's been a bit of a kind of roller coaster for the last couple of days, I would say. I got weighed on Sunday morning and the scales said that I had gained a pound compared to last week. It said that I'd gone up a pound. I was absolutely devastated, even though it was only £1 and I of all people know more than anyone, and I just need to keep telling myself this, that weight loss is not linear. Your weight is not linear and it will fluctuate and it will wave, literally like a wave on the sea. But because I'd been seeing little gradual losses, either £1 or half a pound the week before, I thought to myself, I've gained a pound. But I wasn't shocked because for the last couple of weeks, I had been honest with everybody when I've done my videos. I've been doing more 50-50 eating, like 50% healthy, 50% treats, which is not the way to go when you're on a diet. So I understood and I accepted and took responsibility for the fact that I'd gained a pound. Anyway, got on the scales on Monday. I was half a pound less, so that £1 gain went down to a half a pound gain. Then this morning I got on the scales and I am literally half a pound less than last week. Honest to God, I just think it's such a fluctuation and I don't know which reading to go by. However, I have been a little bit betterly behaved. Betterly behaved, is that even a word? But anyway, I have been more better behaved over the last couple of days. And I've tried to minimise the snacks a little bit because I had been snacking, you know. The last couple of weeks, I had been snacking on things that I probably shouldn't have been. Like little chocolate cornflake crispy bites. Oh my God, I shouldn't have bought them. Absolute too much temptation. And I gave in, didn't I? I caved. So this week on my shopping I didn't get any. I was really well behaved. But anyway, I wasn't surprised at the weight gain at the end of the day because I knew that deep down in my heart I hadn't been putting my heart and soul into it like I had in the first 6 weeks. So this is 2 months into the diet now. I have to call it a diet because there's no other word for it and I hate the word diet. Such a dirty word. But I'm 6 weeks, I'm 8 weeks into it now. 6 weeks I was really quite kind of determined and I had the momentum going, but for the last 2 weeks I would say I fell off the wagon quite a bit and I went a little bit off piste to say the least, and I started to allow myself more and more treats that I probably shouldn't have. Not only that, I was initially, not deliberately but it ended up this way, panning out onto the 16-8 diet, which is 16 hours intermittent fasting pretty much every day, maybe one day a week when I didn't do that, and then 8 hours window of an eating time. So in those 8 hours I could obviously eat my lunch and eat my dinner and have a couple of snacks, which was alright for me, but it took us 4 weeks to get into that, of going through quite bad nasty hunger pains at times. And even now sometimes in the middle of the night I wake up and, well, I'm awake through the night anyway because I'm like a bloody vampire, but anyway, I'm not literally a vampire. Obviously they don't even exist. But yeah, I'm often awake in the night hungry, but I resist any food now and I literally stick with no food between around 8 PM and 12 noon the next day. But for the last 2 weeks I'd been letting that slip. So I think that that definitely contributes to the slight weight gain. But then again, it could have just been a little fluctuation, a little wave, which I just feel the need to do that with my hand. But you all know what a wave is. So yeah, it is what it is. It says that I'm down half a pound this week so far, but you know what? It'll probably stagnate and go back up half a pound by next weekend. So I'll take it with a pinch of salt. However, I'm back on to the really trying to stick with the 16-8 kind of, you know, way of doing things. So last night I had my tea, for instance, and I didn't have anything after that. I literally had nothing. Whereas I've been picking at things for the last couple of weeks, you know, and I'm not on about 10 calorie jellies, I'm just on about anything that I really fancied, and I probably shouldn't have done that. So yeah, that is basically the moral of the story, is I need to keep the momentum up now that I've started to get it back for the last day or two. I need to keep it up, I really do. And I've got to say no to letting myself having too many treats. That is also the moral of the story here. Definitely allow yourself little treats, don't completely deprive yourself, because I think that's 100% the wrong way to go about it. But at the same time, you've got to be very kind of strict with yourself. You've got to be, you know, you've got to have a lot of willpower to know when to say no to too much chocolate or too much, you know, whatever you call a treat basically, or whatever you like. You've got to know when to say no, and enough's enough, and you've got to be quite disciplined. That's the word, disciplined. I couldn't think of the word I was thinking of. Anyway, I'm just going to take a slurp of my tea, guys, because I've got a bit of a sore throat today. But if you watch my videos, you know that I always sound like Kermit the Frog anyway. So that's it really on my weight loss update. Like I say, I'd gained a pound, and then that went down to half a pound, and then that went down to a half a pound loss. So really strange goings on with my weight right now. But I know that I need to try and, you know, make sure I keep that momentum going and try not to cave too much, which is difficult, because once you get a little taste for something you like, it's so easy just to cave and say, I'll have a little bit more of that, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. And before you know it, 50-50, 50% eating crap and 50% eating good. It's not really a good mesh though. It's not a good way to kind of, you know, put things together. You're better off trying to keep it 80-20 or 70-30 at the most. So I'm going to try and do 70-30. That's what I'm going to try to do, which to me is attainable, and then I'll try and get back to 80-20 roughly. But I mean, I don't weigh my food and I don't count calories as such. I guesstimate my kind of calories, and I guess pretty well, to be quite honest with you. For dinner last night I made Nigella's lamb koftas. Oh my god, they were so tasty. Lamb's obviously quite fattening. You want to have seen the frying pan after I'd done them. It was covered in fat, but at the end of the day, it's better that it's in the pan than still in the meat. So I think most of it came out the meat, so that's good. So it's not floating around your arteries, because that's really not nice to think about. But anyway, I made them lamb koftas for the second time, and they are so tasty. That is definitely going to be like a once a week meal for now. And then I'll probably sicken myself on them, and then yeah, I'll be gutted because they're so nice. But I'm probably going to have them around about once a week or once a fortnight, because they are so tasty. And yeah, I must drop the recipe somehow into the description bar if I can. But they are so nice. Or if you've watched Nigella's cooking show, you would have possibly seen it. So anyway, yeah, not a lot else to say. I'm hoping that when I do these weight loss updates, people can find what I'm saying relatable, you know. I don't deprive myself of foods, guys. Some people find it better to be quite regimental and quite strict with themselves and incredibly disciplined. For me, I've got to have my little cravings now and again, and I know that it's going to be a slow weight loss. I've got 3 medications standing in my way. 3 medications which are all both like working as a tag team, saying, no, we're not going to let you lose any weight. No, you can't do much exercise. And no, it's going to take you a very long time to bloody do it if you want to. But anyway, you know, I'm not the only person on medication out there that probably stands in the way of these things. But for me, I've got 3 medications working as a tag team with each other, saying, nope, we're not letting you, we want to stay nice and fat. Anyway, so I'm trying to kind of go against them a little bit. But it's going to take time, like all the good things in life, guys. Anything, you know, worth having is worth waiting for, and take your time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. When it comes to losing weight, I'm not losing weight for a special occasion. I'm losing weight for life. I'm doing this for more of a lifestyle change and a lifestyle hack. Different ways of cooking, different kind of meals that I might be eating, and trying to cut the snacks out and the unhealthy things where I can, but still allow myself just a little bit of them now and again. So for me, it's a plan for life. It's not a plan for a diet for the next, you know, 6 months, or to quickly lose 5 stone or drop a dress size. No, that's not me. I mean, yes, it would be nice for that to happen quite quickly, but if it does, the chances are it'll go back on quickly. So it's trying to keep momentum up and trying to keep the weight loss going. Like I say, it's been a bit strange for the last week or two, but I'm hoping that I'll start to get on a roll with things again by the end of this week. It's probably going to take me about another good week to get back into the stride of doing things the way I was originally. So anyway, hopefully you can find this relatable. I always tell the truth. I don't tell lies about what I'm eating. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm eating like a rabbit, eating like lettuce leaves and raw carrots and nothing else. How have I gained a little bit of weight? No, I'm not saying that. I'm sitting here saying I have stuffed my face with a bit of chocolate. I have had a full fat packet of crisps about 2 weeks ago, which I probably shouldn't have done. I know that's only something little, but do you know what I mean? And then, you know, some carbs, I've been eating a bit more carbs than I probably shouldn't have. I should have probably kept that down to a smaller amount. So I know why I'd gained a little bit of weight, but then it came off as soon as I started to be a little bit more strict. And also, I do firmly believe that the not eating after 8 o'clock at night, that's the way to go. 8 o'clock at night, cut off time, don't allow myself anything unless I'm absolutely, you know, gonna vomit starving. And then don't allow myself any food until around 11, 12 the next day. If I allow myself to eat at 11 AM, I stop eating at 7 PM. If it's 12 noon, I stop eating at 8 PM. There or thereabouts, give or take 5 minutes or so. So anyway, that's it guys, 11 minutes, that's not too bad for me. You know what I'm like, I said I was going to make this short and that is short for me. So anyway, yeah, apologies that I didn't do this any sooner, but I didn't really have a hell of a lot to say, to be honest. Like I say, it's been a bit of a strange week with my weight loss, or should I say it's been a strange fortnight, but I'm back on it a little bit now, and yeah, looking positive, not beating myself up about anything. So that's the way forward guys. Always look forward, never look back. You're not going in that direction, you're going in that direction, straight ahead. So anyway, let us know how your weight loss is going, if you're kind of joining me on this journey, and how you're going and how you're doing with it really. And like I say, if there's any gains or any stagnates, don't beat yourself up about it, dust yourself off and just try and gain that momentum back. Even if you've been keeping at it and yet you're still not seeing a weight loss, again, that's normal. And I know how that can dishearten people. A friend of mine, you know, avidly sticks to her diet, and her weight loss went up a bit and then it was stagnating, and she was doing really well sticking with everything. She couldn't figure out why, and then all of a sudden 2 or 3 weeks later it dropped again. So just hang with it, that is my advice. If you get these weeks, I know why mine went off piste, because I was eating like a little piggy for 2 weeks. But if you're being strict and you're being good and you're being disciplined and you're seeing that you've gained a bit or you've stagnated, stick with it. Absolutely stick with it, because in the end it'll pay off dividends. It really will, and you'll be glad you stuck with it. I know it can be disheartening, but please stick with it if you are finding that that is a pattern for you. Anyway, my pattern is basically, if I eat like a piggy, I'm going to gain a teeny bit of weight. But I don't want to undo all the hard work and all the effort I've put in. That's one thing I just wanted to quickly touch on actually, which I've just remembered. Strange because I've just remembered it, but it's totally relevant. But yeah, since I started this journey, I've lost just over half a stone. Now that half a stone, some people can lose in 2 weeks. It's took me 2 months because of, like I say, the tag team of medications working together to say, no, we're not letting you lose any weight, Julie. But anyway, yeah, it's took me that amount of time. I put a lot of effort in, and I went through 4 or 5 weeks of horrendous, like, hunger pains. Daytime, nighttime, evening, early morning, hunger pain, hunger pain, hunger pain. I went through that and I pushed through it and I got past it. I don't want to slip back into old habits. I don't want to be eating a packet of crisps in the middle of the night, or eating a piece of chocolate in the middle of the night, or a packet of Haribo sweets. Yes, you heard us right, like a share bag of Haribo sweets. I could sit and just pick at them at like 11 o'clock at night or 3 o'clock in the morning. Don't normally, but I have at times, so I haven't touched any sweeties like that in months actually. I do have the little packets of Parma Violets and Love Hearts, just when I want a little bit of sugar like that, but I try to stick with just a small amount of chocolate instead. Anyway, right, that's enough of me waffling on. Bottom line that I'm trying to say, I don't want to lose the hard work and the effort that I've put in. So the fact that I'd said that I'd gained a pound or half a pound or whatever it was enough to kind of jolt me into kind of going back and finding that momentum, really digging deep and just trying to get back on it as best I can, really. Anyway, that's it guys. I did get my shopping a couple of days ago, or was it yesterday? I can't remember when it was. I'm losing track of days. Got my food shopping yesterday, but I didn't actually record it because the battery on my camera was dead. Plus, it's very samey at the end of the day. You see me buying a lot of the same foods day in, day out. Well, week in, week out. I cook and buy and eat the same foods most of the time. So there's nothing particularly different. I think there was a couple of different items, but not much at all. But yeah, I think, you know, I might do the food shopping haul around about once a month, just, you know, for an extra video, because you've seen roughly what I eat now. And yeah, I just think, you know, I don't want to bombard you with all that. Anyway, I'm going to get going because I'm waffling away. I'm 15 minutes in. I told you I'd do this, didn't I? I start talking. Yab, yab, yab. Anyway, I hope everyone's well. I am now going to record some more videos because I've literally got a list as long as my arm of things I needed to do today. But I'm making the videos a priority for the next hour. So I'm going to bash them out as quick as I can. Things that I should have done a couple of days ago, but hey ho. Anyway, wish us luck and I hope everyone's well. Stay care. Can't believe I made a boo-boo at the end there, but I'm leaving it in. Take care, stay well, stay safe, and bye for now.